People who love too hard and people who can't love at all have the exact same problem. They both learn the wrong lesson about what keeps them safe. Meet Sarah. When she's in a relationship, she's all in. She texts first. She plans the dates. She says, "I love you" early. And when someone pulls back even a little, she panics. She doesn't just feel sad. She feels like the floor is disappearing. Now meet Jake. Jake likes people. He really does. But the moment someone gets close, something in him shuts down. His girlfriend says, "I need you," and his whole body wants to leave the room. He's not mean. He's not cold. He just feels like closeness is a trap. Sarah and Jake look like opposites, but here's what's really happening. They both grew up learning that love isn't safe. Sarah learned that people leave, so she holds on tighter. Jake learned that people need too much, so he builds walls. Same fear, two completely different disguises. A British psychiatrist and psychoanalyst named John Bowlby spent his career studying this. He found that the way people took care of you as a kid becomes a blueprint for every relationship you have as an adult. His colleague Mary Ainsworth identified 3 attachment styles through her strange situation experiment, and researchers Mary Main and Judith Solomon later added a 4th. There's secure, which means closeness feels comfortable. There's anxious, that's Sarah, where you're always worried people will leave. There's avoidant, that's Jake, where closeness feels suffocating. And there's a 4th one nobody talks about enough called disorganized, where you want love desperately, but it also scares you, so you pull someone close and push them away in the same breath. And this is where it gets interesting. Most people hear these 4 styles and immediately try to figure out which box they fit in. But the real insight isn't your label. It's recognizing what you do when you're scared. Sarah doesn't have a texting problem. She has a fear problem that shows up as texting. Jake doesn't have a commitment problem. He has a fear problem that shows up as distance. So what changes when you see this? Everything. Because suddenly your partner isn't being needy or cold. They're being scared. And scared looks different on everyone. Here's the part that changes everything. Sarah has something Jake desperately needs. The ability to reach toward people. Jake has something Sarah desperately needs, the ability to stay calm when things feel intense. They're not broken in opposite ways, they're incomplete in ways that actually fit together. If that just shifted something for you, follow along, because we go deeper on this stuff every week. The person who loves too hard and the person who can't love at all are both just kids in adult bodies, trying to answer the same question. If I show you who I really am, will you stay? Turns out that's not a relationship problem. That's a human problem. And the first step is just noticing which way you run when love gets real.